All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cyclone Fight Club here on Fire Pro Wrestling World. We are in week 13 of the Cyclone Fight Club, at least first season, and this is our current standings after week 12. We've got 3 matches left for everyone here. Luke Harper, for the first time, standing atop 9-3 by himself. Xavier Woods was standing at the top last weekend at 8-3. And he sits with Bray Wyatt and Tomohiro Ishii at 8-4 apiece. As you can see, Tozawa, Dunn, Banks, Yoshida, and Candice LeRae all sitting at 7-5, and that's kind of the current cutoff right now, is 7-5. Kenny Omega sitting behind at 6-6. He's only got 3 matches left. He's going to have to get himself going here very quickly. He was staying up with the likes of Akira Tozawa and Xavier Woods in the early part of the season, but since then he seems to have really slipped into just some sort of mediocrity, it seems like. Everyone else, though, below him seems to have kind of kept themselves down here. Jervis Cottonbelly has indeed kept himself at least at the top of the bottom of the pile there at 5-7. Still technically in contention, although he's going to have to win out if he even has somewhat of a possibility. Matt Hardy, Samoa Joe, Matt Riddle technically still in, but all it takes by just about any one of these 7-5 people is an 8-4 victory. A victory this week to get them 8-4, and they are out. As well as the fact that if Matt Hardy, Samoa Joe, Matt Riddle even wanted an opportunity to try to get a spot in the playoffs, they all 3 would have to win out. And then, of course, completely out, both tied, bringing up the rear, 2-10, Shingo Takagi and Flamita. And we'll take a look at this week's schedule. As you can see, Flamita versus Matt Hardy. Flamita coming off of quite the week with an actual win. And, Matt Hardy, once again, trying to survive, having to win out if he wants to even have a breath of a chance at the playoffs. Jervis Cottonbelly will be the potential ruiner of Matt Riddle's chances as well. Kenny Omega, who is dying for a win and hopefully stay in contention for the playoffs, faces Samoa Joe, who's on his last leg as well. We have Shingo Takagi taking on Sasha Banks. Of course, Shingo got the win last week and hopefully spoil Sasha Banks' chances at staying in solid contention. I think I said, yes, she's at 7-5 right now, so any one of the 7-5 people, Tozawa, Dunn, Banks, Yoshida, LeRae, it's going to be highly competitive between them because those last spots are going to get filled here very quickly. Tomohiro Ishii and Takashi Yoshida, two of the top guys right now, fighting at it. It's going to be a pretty big hoss fight there. Bray Wyatt versus Luke Harper, another 2 top guys going at it. 8-4 Bray Wyatt, 9-3 Luke Harper. Should be very interesting to see. And then we have Pete Dunne versus Candice LeRae, 2 7-5 people fighting to keep in contention. Unfortunately, only one of them can win, so one of them is going to be in serious trouble after this week. And then we have Xavier Woods sitting at 8-4 against Akira Tozawa. Tozawa, of course, I believe he's been on a bit of a losing streak right now, because I think he was about 7-1 or 7-2, so he's been on quite the losing streak and is down to 7-5, and he's going to be looking to turn that around this week as desperation is beginning to set in here. And so those are our matches for week 13. Let me go ahead and pop the game up here. There we go. And we will set this up already. All right, starting off with Flamita versus Matt Hardy. I like how they now seem to have changed it so everything's like alphabetical. So that makes things a bit more helpful. Flamita versus Matt Hardy, of course, in the regular CFC ring. We got a few extra referees since last week, and I already picked one, the new referee for CFC, Dennis Stamp. is actually booked this week. Oops, sorry. Trying to move my mouse in a way that makes this work. There we go. Flamita and Matt Hardy. Let me see here. Get that set up there. So, yeah, this is a match that doesn't have a ton of what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't have a ton of pressure behind it because it's two lower tier guys. One is definitely out of the playoffs and one is virtually out at this point. But Flamita is still looking to get some wins underneath his belt. He got one last week to bring him up to 2-10. So the fight between him and Shingo Takagi rages on as to who is going to be the bottom of the barrel contender. Here we go. Matt Hardy sitting at 4-8. Once again, it's been highly competitive. Matt Hardy's gotten himself some solid wins, although just not been quite able to connect enough right now with some of those wins. Here we go. Immediately coming in, jumping over. Nope. Very interesting. You talked about the Eagles and doubting the Eagles. That was actually one of the things that I thought was kind of funny was someone said, he's like, man, the only way we could, it's like we finally got to the Super Bowl and the way to beat the curse of continuously losing in playoff situations is to face the one team that has a worse curse than we do. There we go. I feel like I should turn this down just a touch. I'm going to test this out here. Whoops. Turn that down. There we go. Dealing with a little bit of technical issues here. A lot of backflips leading to a whole lot of nothing by Flamita. Let's see if he can string these reversals together and actually make something out of this. Oh, here we go. Nice chop battle. Or just a strike battle in general between them. Here we go. I think this game updated, by the way, because I had like a mod pack installed ready for this week, and I think they updated since, so it didn't show up at all. And I think it would have showed up if it worked. So I gotta continuously look for that because they're constantly updating this game. 5 minutes in, Flamita. Bit of the advantage, ducking underneath. A lot of very athletic reversals by Flamita, but not really making anything out of it, it seems. There you go. Nice DDT by Matt Hardy. Figure 4 leg lock. Oh, God. Where was it? It was I think it was like Tokyo Joshi Pro. I was watching these some of the lesser experienced girls, and one of them puts in a figure 4 leg lock, but she just kind of fucks it up like royally, and it just looks really awful. Like it looked like the level of figure 4 leg lock between the amount of time that it took and the way that it actually got locked in made Mrs. look absolutely masterclass. There you go. Flamita's starting to chain some things together here, but he seems to be a bit more exhausted than Matt Hardy. Matt still biting at it, and there you go. Now Flamita bleeding through his mask. He's going to do the Romero special on Matt again, though. See if he can make it happen. Not really. God, that's a blood stain. I like that. I wish they would stick around a little bit more. It looks like it's doing a good job. Jesus. Oh, still biting away at it. See, it seems like some of them are disappearing. And I understand that. I'd love to see them, like, stick around more, though. I don't know. The idea is if someone is bleeding, I want to see them, like... I want to see that, like, all over the mat. Make it brutal. Oh, God. I have no idea what to call what I just saw. Oh, my God. Was that a fucking razor's edge off the top rope? I guess it was... Flamita was off the top. Matt Hardy was off the second rope. Jesus Christ. I have never seen that before. Both men are down. Flamita is bleeding all over. Still getting involved with that. That fucking sky-high razor's edge wasn't enough to put him away. It is absolutely amazing. Matt Hardy with the moonsault. Of course, he wasn't on his back, so he couldn't just pin him. Matt Hardy going for the reversal here. No, head scissors takeover. 450 splash, but he's too close to the ropes. Now Matt's going to do one of his own. Matt just busts out a 450 splash as well. Oh, here we go. Strike exchange between them. Calling something up. Super kick. Discus clothesline or discus punch. I don't know what the hell that was. Another super kick. A third super kick. It's a super kick party here, but he gets locked in the ice pick, and that's it. Matt Hardy kept himself alive enough to put him in the ice pick, and it was all over at that point. Great submission victory by Matt Hardy. Just under 15 minutes in a win against Flamita. He keeps himself alive, but like I said, it doesn't take much at this point to completely shut him out of the playoffs. Speaking of people potentially being shut out, we come down to Jervis Cottonbelly versus Matt Riddle. Jervis is a little bit more of a possibility, but Matt Riddle is also in the same boat as Matt Hardy. So we'll see how they do this. Todd Sinclair, a new referee here in CFC, is the referee for this contest. And like I said, Jervis at least keeping himself slightly away from some of the other people. The only one sitting at 5 wins, just behind Kenny Omega at 6 wins. So he's going to be looking for some form of win here to try to keep himself in this. And here we go. Matt Riddle fighting for his life, fighting for his playoff hopes and dreams right here. It's quite the theme music. That is such an amazing... I don't know what that theme music is. Oh, my God. Okay. That straight ahead shot of Todd Sinclair's fat body, but still having the somewhat skinny legs, was quite the thing. See who's got here. Ooh, both going for something big, missing. Jervis missing all the drop kicks here. There you go. Nice armbar by Matt Riddle. I feel like there's some stuff I could play on my Switch at some point too. I bought like several new games that are like co-op games, but then I also bought some games that are like you could do single player, and they're like relatively cheap games. Kind of fun. There was one that's like a 2D like platformer type game. I don't know what to call it, but it's like a Get these stars, get to the goal. You have 10 seconds and you got to avoid all these obstacles. It's fun. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was just a few bucks. Oh, bro to sleep already in just 3 minutes. I do have Zelda already. I saw that WWE 2K18 for the Switch was half off, and it was discounted at $30 on Nintendo's eShop. And it's like, that'd be a great deal if I had some sort of confirmation that they fixed the litany of issues that plagued the original Switch version. Because, you know, there's a lot of things back in, like, the old days. You know, when you put in a cartridge, it was one of those things. It was like, oh, cool. It's like, okay, you'll get kind of this gaming experience. So it's like you pop in like a Super NES or an N64 game, like, you know that that's kind of just the way it's gonna play, and it's as is, and you know, you get the experience. But like, I wonder if in like 20 years someone's gonna be like, I'm gonna check out WWE 2K18 for the Switch, and it's gonna be like a non-patched version. Because maybe the servers will be down or something like that, and it's just going to be some unplayable mess. I just wanted to play the first ever wrestling game on the Switch, and this is what I got. Yeah, I figured I should just spend my money on something else. I think I bought Monopoly because my friends thought that... Because my friends told me, they're like, yeah, we play Monopoly on the Switch. That'd be pretty awesome. You know, without having to set up a board or anything. So I was like, okay. I wasn't sure because it seemed like too normal of a game. And we're not normal people. A lot of back and forth between them. Abdominal stretches. All the abdominal stretches in this match. Oh my god. Good old days. It's amazing they already have Switch Homebrew running. Oh. Nice sleeper hold. And get some knees to his face for it. Jesus Christ. Off the ropes, dropping the elbow. And he's exhausted. He had this great idea, like, let's get in there, and nope. 10 minutes gone. Jervis doing what he can to stay in this. Matt Riddle has been fierce, though. Nice strike combination, though. Uh-oh. Here we go. Strike battle between them. Riddle. Oh, my God. I think Jervis might be no. Jervis fought his way out of it. Oh, no. Oh, trying to guard himself against all those hits, though. Oh, he can't even get his hands up for that one. Oh, my God. It's not too often we see that strike combo out of Jervis. But when it lands, it's always ridiculously fun to watch. Kicking him in the back. Senton. Once again, trying to cover himself up just a little much, though. Oh, this time he caught him. And behind off the ropes and a whole lot of nothing. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Good Lord. That fucking flying knee sent him packing. How Jervis is still in this, I don't know. Oh, God. Kick right to the knees. Belly to belly. Off the ropes. Oh, I thought he was looking for a senton. Drops the rope. Tombstone pile driver. On the back. In the corner. Got him in the tree of woe again. He just drops. Like, meh. Oh, God. Suplex him clean outside the ring. Bounces off the apron and to the outside we go. This is ridiculous. Oh, up he goes. Dropping it to the back. 16 minutes. It's not often we see too many of these matches go beyond 15. Abdominal stretch. I'd say any big move at this point is liable to end the match. Oh, dropping the knee on him. Let's see who's got it. No, Jervis reversing out of it. Looking for something here. Ankle locks Matt Riddle. Oh, if Matt Riddle taps out, that would be really something. He's still doubting the Eagles. I would too. It's the Patriots. You never know. They always find a way. Patriots find a way. I feel like the most insane Super Bowl would have been Jaguars-Vikings. I think that would have been crazy to see. But that's all right. $19 minutes. Oh, flying body press, but he's right up against the ropes here. Tombstone pile driver. I gotta say, like, the next cover, we just need a solid cover right now to end this. Oh my God. This is one of those things where I wonder if I've made the right choice by putting it in a ring. Although oh my God. Oh my God, drop kick. We're 20 minutes in. Jervis versus Matt Riddle. Off the ropes, dropping the elbow. One more big move has got to make this happen. Oh, tossing him outside the ring. We're still here. Hey, Jack, how's it going? When's New Japan start? I didn't see. Uh-oh, bro to sleep. That's got to be it. Is he too close to the ropes? I can't tell. If he makes the cover, that'll be it. Why is he not making the cover? Jervis still in it, dropping the elbow. Oh my God, big splash off the top. And he got him. 22 minutes. Oh, it just finished. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that it was that early. Jesus. Okay. I kind of wanted to see that Omega Jay White match because I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure if that would be. I wanted to see if maybe Omega had better. Omega had a little bit better chemistry with Jay White. It was great. Did it kind of help make him? Because I feel like it wasn't a huge bar to be set from that Tanahashi match. Oh, there you go, Mr. McMahon, another new referee. Another new referee in CFC. I know Riddle just had to go for the cover after that bro to sleep, but he kept on going. And unfortunately, Jervis coming in and took it over. Kenny Omega versus Samoa Joe, which does mean for a fact Matt Riddle's season is over, or at least his dreams of getting into the playoffs are done. So he will be part of the bottom 8. Speaking of, we have Kenny Omega versus Samoa Joe coming out. Kenny Omega has been, the first, I'd say, 4 or 5 weeks. He did amazing. He was the top of the line guy. He was right there for the longest time. But I'd say the last few weeks now, oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Herpaderp. I accidentally hit enter. The last few weeks have been a little bit not great to him. Losing to Flamita of all people. Last week he got a win over Shingo Takagi. But he lost to Ishii Let's see. Lost to Bray Wyatt. So, yeah, has not been on the best end of a lot of this. Oh, big strikes here. So both these guys are really fighting for their futures here. Samoa Joe's is a must-win, but I'd argue that Kenny Omega's is a must-win as well. He's one game back. He's one match back from even being in contention right now. And yeah, I'd say that this is sort of a must-win for Omega as well, because if he can't get a win here, he might not be able to. He might be out of the playoffs, which is really amazing to think, because Omega was one of the top 3 guys. Oh my God! Did Samoa Joe just really do that? Good Lord! Yeah, I'm gonna have to at least see that Omega Jay White match again, or not again, but just in general, because that was something where I was like, okay, this might be pretty good. It seemed like he would probably have a little bit better chemistry with him. I cannot believe Samoa Joe just did the fucking Daniel Bryan thing. It's amazing. Here we go. Nice kick by Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega reversing a lot of things, being able to duck under a lot of things, but he's got to get something a little bit going here against Samoa Joe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out like everything that's going on with the New Japan show. I would obviously assume that Jay White did not beat Kenny Omega. I know there was a lot of assumptions though that Tanahashi wasn't gonna lose to Suzuki, but yeah, good God, that Uranagi. But yeah, we kind of saw how that turned out. Oh my God, STF applied by Joe. Really punishing Kenny Omega here. Omega maneuvering around. 2 solid kicks. Let's see what he's got here. Here's the cover. Just a 1 count on Joe. 7 minutes in. Joe with a huge jackknife just planting him. Oh my God. Joe is on a mission here. And I'm really feeling bad for Omega because he really seems to have lost some of that luster that he had in the first few weeks here. Let's see if he can turn things around. Oh, my God. Spiked him with that standing Frankensteiner. Jesus. Oh, the nice moonsault. Oh, Jack, I was talking about this because I saw the figure 4 leg lock. Was it Tokyo Joshi Pro that had the awful figure 4 leg lock? Was like one of the rookies, one of the unexperienced women who did like an awful figure 4 leg lock that made Mrs. look masterful. Oh, one-winged angel to Joe. It wasn't a critical, therefore he kicked out a 2.9. Good God, and he eats another fucking powerbomb for that. Ugh. 10 minutes in, and Joe, who gets hit with a desperation one-winged angel, kicks out a 2.9. Bridging German, not able to make anything happen out of it. Oh, there you go. Standing moonsault. 2.9 again. Oh, there you go. V-trigger by Kenny Omega, but he's just standing there. He's not doing anything about it. Wait for him to get up. Oh, fucking body slams him right off the ropes, over Vince McMahon, over the ropes, and onto Samoa Joe. Kenny Omega diving over the referee, diving over the ropes. Good Lord. See what he's got. Oh, bridging German. There's no way. Okay, solid kick out at 2 there by Kenny Omega. And it's a chop battle. An absolute chop battle. Oh, big kick. Joe didn't have anything to answer for that. Another one. Because why not? Joe's still getting up before him. Omega, though, looking for what he can do. 450 splash, but he's up against the ropes. Oh, my God. It seems like Omega has Joe right where he wants him. He just needs to hit that one last big move. But Joe still keeping it to him here. Snap suplex. See what he's got off the ropes here. Oh, nice running power slam, though. And that's a 3. Oh, my God. I did not expect it going quite that way. And that's going to put Kenny Omega in a whole lot of trouble. That was almost a must-win match for Kenny Omega. And with only 2 matches left, with only 2 weeks left, that's going to put him in a heap of trouble. Samoa Joe getting the win in a fantastic match between the two, at least. As we move on to match number 4. Almost halfway there. Shingo Takagi could play spoiler for Sasha Banks here, as we're now getting into some of the 7-7, 8-4. We're getting to like a lot of the top guys here. So any wrestler from HP that left the company in these last few months. Exactly. What should I have her wear? I think that's like her playoff attire if she makes it. There we go. Shingo Takagi versus Sasha Banks. Mankind, the special guest, not special guest, but the referee for this contest. Shingo Takagi is 2-10. Of course, got a win last week as well. Still in the battle between them to stay out of the basement. Shingo and Flamita have just become good buddies in that regard. And, we could see if he could do something about that in this match. And, sort of keep Sasha Banks from securing a playoff victory or securing a playoff spot at this point. Sasha Banks, one of the 7-5 people at this point. There's still at least that one extra spot of someone who could get themselves in. And I will say Kenny Omega's loss helps sort of make it a reality for the people in contention right now that they could definitely be in. But there is still that one lone spot. Kenny Omega's loss sort of helps out the fact that anyone who is 7-5, like Sasha is, should help them feel a little bit more at ease. But all it takes is a series of wins from some of the other 7-5 competitors to change that real quick. Oh my God. It's not a place you should be putting a knee. Oh, man. Check this out. Oh, going a lot of back and forth here in the first couple minutes. Very good by them. Oh, all the chops there by Sasha. What the fuck was that? Boston Crab, that is quite the face that Sasha was making in pain. I gotta say, they got some interesting faces. Oh, I think that's... Oh, yeah, that's right. Every time I thought it was the crossface, it's actually the bank statement. So she kind of locked it in. But wasn't able to really get anything out of it. Strike exchange here. Still going. It went on a little bit farther than I thought, but Shingo getting the better of her. We played 30 hours of Monster Hunter World so far. Jesus. Has it only been out for a little over that much? Didn't come out that long ago. Oh, got her up. Oh my god, dropping her, neck dumping her. You know what I would want if they do an update for it is the barricades. Because I think the barricades would be cool. And it'd be even better if we could do like the Ring of Honor thing where we could put the logos on them. Or change kind of how the barricades look. Yeah, it's been nuts. Oh, nice chops there by Sasha Banks. Trying to get the air back into her lungs. Somehow, I highly doubt that Sasha Banks is... Oh my god, he did the deal! Somehow, I highly doubt that Sasha Banks is as big as Shingo is. Sasha's not a big... And Sasha's not very large, even by women's standards. And I know, like, it's kind of... I know, like, a lot of the Dragon Gate guys... They're small compared to most other wrestlers. But, I mean... Shingo's one of the bigger guys. Let's see this here. You say male wrestlers beating up female wrestlers, but the female wrestler has 5 more wins under her belt than the male wrestler she's facing right now. So it's been pretty all right. Oh my god, that power bomb. Oh my god, just punching her in the back of the head. Oh, locked it in, but he's right up against the ropes though. Trying it here. Oh, old school. Sasha Banks going, oh, what the f... I have no idea. Did she just like jump down and just slap him? Because that's just the ultimate insult right there. Wrenching back on the neck here. See, that's what I thought was the Banks statement, but apparently the crossface was put in as it. I have no idea why. At least with this character. We're past 10.5 minutes now. Sasha's been holding pretty strong here. Shingo's doing whatever he can to stay in this. Oh my god. Sunset flip powerbomb off the top. Sasha's right back at him though. Nice big moves, jerk off. Can't wait to kick out of that shit. Sasha Banks throwing Shingo into the corner there and just chopping away at him. Off the ropes, frog splash to the back. And once again, with the submission, trying to work his way into the ropes there. Oh, I thought for a second he'd be able to Death Valley Driver her out of the ring. That'd be fucking crazy. Oh, it's just that one punch, though. Bouncing off the ropes. Oh, huge clothesline to Sasha. And now the strike exchange occurring here. Who's going to get the better end? Sasha, drop kick. Shingo not able to counter. Sasha just getting some air back in her lungs here. Getting her breathing. Nice chop. There you go. Frog splash. Shades of Eddie Guerrero, and still couldn't make it happen. I used to make the joke that it was her father, Eddie Guerrero, I think in like the first week, where I was like, shades of her father, Eddie Guerrero. And like someone asked there, just like, is Eddie Guerrero really Sasha's dad? And I'm like, no. So now I feel weird if I don't say that. Oh my god. Fucking rip Sasha's neck. And that is going to put her in a little bit of trouble here in her quest to go into the playoffs. She's been doing extremely well towards the middle of it, but that half Nelson driver, Jesus. As Shingo officially, finally gets himself a little bit of separation between himself and Flamita in the quest to stay out of the bottom of the barrel. It looks like Shingo now has the advantage with just 2 weeks left. It will be crazy. We go to our next match, which is going to mean a fair amount as well. Tomohiro Ishii, versus Takashi Yoshida. Yoshida, much like Sasha Banks, right around the same time, worked himself up into the upper echelons of this. This is going to be a big boy Haas fight. I can't wait. This should be interesting. I think I think right now maybe Omega Joe might have been the match of the night thus far, but I've got high hopes for Ishii and Yoshida to just bludgeon one another. Ishii, he was in kind of a weird way. He started off unstoppable the first 3 weeks, dropped off the next 3 weeks at 3-3, and people thought that maybe he'd lost a lot of that luster, but he's done extremely well for himself since that point, with a 5-1 record since then to end up 8-4 and tied for second, officially sitting fourth in the standings, but it's basically tied for second. And Takashi Yoshida has done very well for himself too. And now with the loss to Sasha Banks, this is Yoshida's time to get into the top 5 here, as we'll see if he can make that happen. Excuse me one second. I put all sorts. I put like all my windows in the wrong place, so it didn't turn out well. There we go. Maybe putting high expectations on this isn't the way to go. You never know how this is going to end up. Who knows? He could just hit him with like 5 power bombs in a row and end this thing in 3 minutes. Doing very well though to keep themselves in this. Missing the tackle. Oh God. Just the angle at which that happened looked like he was chopping him in the throat, and then the next one was right in his face. Dear God. Backdrop. Oh my God, he went over the top rope and to the outside with that one. Wasn't 100% sure if you could do that. That's amazing. Uh-oh. Oh God. That one wasn't an accident though, as he threw him, tossed him completely over. Jesus. Already throwing out the big stuff. We're just over 3 minutes, and this nonsense is happening. Oh, just slamming him down here. Uh-oh. Stalling vertical suplex by Ishii. Going for the pin. Shane McMahon, the ref, only getting the 1 count there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stalling vertical suplex takes him out to the outside. Good Lord. I'm not sure if I should do it next time. I'm wondering if I should make it more of the grueling fighting. Gruesome fighting to make the MMA style. Although I do like the idea of it being like a wrestling thing. Because like anyone can kind of do the MMA thing, and I've seen a lot of people do the MMA thing. But not a ton of people do like the matches like this, like actual wrestling matches. Oh, the 2 big bear paws by Yoshida. Oh, Michinoku driver. But Ishii is up before him. And he's going to take advantage of that. Royal Rumble tomorrow night. I can't wait. It's like really unpredictable. It is one of those things that I'm kind of glad that this is one of the more unpredictable ones. I'd say last year's was fairly unpredictable too. I'm trying to think, because I don't think Randy Orton was like, he might have been towards the top, but I don't think it was something that you were going to definitely see coming. Oh my God, that military press into a cutter. Always amazing to watch. Oh my God. Every time Ishii tries to get a little bit of momentum, just some big bludgeoning punches. Ishii working as hard as he can to keep him down though. Got him up. Nope. And another vertical stalling brainbuster on that time. And this time he's going to follow him out to the ring. Oh, Michinoku driver on the floor. And he's got a chair. And he's going to take a little bit of breath here. Let the count run to a 9. Missing with the chair. Oh, that time he walloped him. Ishii taking a bludgeoning with the chair. Oh, once again smacked right across the face. Oh, Michinoku driver on the chair. Jesus Christ. And then takes a third shot. Yoshida doing what he can. DDT. Yoshida doing what he can to kill Ishii. And move on. And potentially get himself a playoff spot. Oh, those chops. That kick is for real. Jesus. Here we go. Jackhammer time. Is he too close to the ropes? No, he's not. 2.9. Even all of that he did to Ishii was not enough, as he's still chopping away at him. Good Lord. Kicks him in the back. Rolls him up. 2.9 though on Yoshida. Still chopping away at him. So many chops I've seen Yoshida take thus far in this match. Wrap around clothesline. Trying to get some breathing in. Yoshida taking advantage of that though. Oh no, he's got the chair again. Nope. Locking up. Oh. Falls onto the chair. Let's see what he's got. Clothesline, falls onto the chair again. Let's see if that chair plays any part in this. Oh my God. The chops again. Just been killer. There he goes. Tombstone. This time next to the chair though. Ishii may be looking for an ending here. Oh, body slams him onto the chair, sort of. Just tailbone. Only tailbone. Uh-oh. Oh, the military press into the cutter. But Ishii gets up. Ishii tanks that. What's your finish, kid? Can't wait to kick out of it. What's your signature, kid? Can't wait to get up before you and beat your ass. Just burying it. Oh, stalling brainbuster again. This time Yoshida up before him. And he's got enough time to climb to the top. This is insane. We're 16.5 minutes past. These two are showing no signs of slowing down right now. Elbow off the rope onto the back. Oh, that big chop. He's going to board it again. Drop another elbow onto Ishii's back. Gonna go another time. Oh, this time he's going to miss the elbow. Ishii's got him. Picks him up. Let's see what he's got. And stalling vertical suplex this time. Oh, military press into a cutter. You'd think after a move like that, he'd be done. Oh, this has got to be it. That's got to be it, that powerbomb. But no, Ishii back up for a second win. He's still in this. 18.5 minutes past. And now they're doing a strike exchange of all things. Jesus. Oh, discus clothesline. Yoshida up for the clothesline of his own. 19 minutes. Go behind. Release German. Ishii is inhuman right now. Yoshida up top. Dropping an elbow. No, he's right back up. I don't even know if he technically hit him with that. Uh-oh. Jackhammer time. This could be it. That could be the way to put him away. No, he kicked out. We're past 20 minutes. Oh, and Ishii is absolutely inhuman right now. He's taking some absolute nonsense. Oh, 3-4 chair shots. A Michinoku driver on the chair, and he is still standing and chopping away. 21 minutes. We're still going. Oh my God! Now miss the clothesline. Ishii this time. Oh, that powerbomb. He's got him rolled up. This has got to be it. Yes. Tomohiro Ishii. Fantastic powerbomb with the high angle pin. Good Lord. Jesus. Fantastic match right now. I got to make that current match of the night. And Tomohiro Ishii stands officially at 9-4. It is up to Luke Harper to win to keep his #1 spot. Otherwise, he's going to be sharing it. And Takashi Yoshida is also in a spot of trouble. Might come down to him and Sasha Banks sitting here as to who's going to get that last spot. And now we get, speaking of, White Pants Bray Wyatt has done very well for himself. We'll just keep that going. Bit of a superstition now as he takes on a little somebody that he knows extremely well in Luke Harper. Oh, we had Dennis Stamp. Come on. Bryce Remsburg, the referee for this contest. Let's do this. I'll probably let this run without saying much of anything. I just want to get something to drink real quick. There we go. I'm so glad I picked up a 2-liter of Pepsi Max because it's like, oh, good. Cheap, easy to down caffeine. I still have a bunch left, which is great. Keep me around. So here we go. Luke Harper, of course, sitting at #1 at 9-3. Bray Wyatt right behind him at 8-4. He could be the spoiler for Luke Harper's opportunity to stay at #1 here. Oh, big hit. Clubbing blow here. So it's going to be very interesting right now because we've got at least 3 more people, I think, at that 7 and 5 level. And Candice hasn't lost. Yoshida lost, and Ishii won though. So we're sitting very interestingly here with that win. With Ishii was 8-4, so that's not the thing. But we got Dunn, LeRae, and Tozawa still. With that, let's see, LeRae, Dunn, Tozawa, Banks, and Yoshida both lost. So we're sitting at it. Did I watch NXT? Yes, I did. I did. Well, okay, we weren't, my roommate and I, he had, since we both had the day off and I was up and like there, he was playing Fortnite. And I think it was probably about like 7:45, 8 o'clock. And we were just like, sure, why not? Let's watch TakeOver. Like, we weren't too big about it, but we got tuned in probably a portion of the way through the women's match and watched the rest of it. Women's match is really iffy. I thought it should have ended a couple minutes before it did. I think that Ember Moon, getting in that armbar after getting her arm fucked with the way that she did, like if they were gonna have her win, she should have won off of the Eclipse. Or if they were going to try to do an armbar spot, have her like fight out of it and then roll her up. Don't do 2 minutes of her fighting in that armbar, because now it's a thing where it's like, well, I can't. It's like, I don't know if I can take the armbar seriously now, even from an MMA fighter. Oh, that Uranagi wrecked him. I don't know. She's a legit MMA fighter. Like that armbar, Shayna's armbars looked really sloppy, like really bad. Up until like the tail end one, like because when she kept trying to lock it in and all that, and then when she finally like really pulled back, it was like, okay, that's how it's supposed to look. All the other arm bars were just awful. Nice side slam by Harper. Off the top rope, but no. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Because I don't think it was just the one match. It was, oh yeah, Black and Cole. That was pretty good too. I thought that was really nice. Cole was just dead, like hell bent on just ruining his spine. Don't know why. Don't know why he was just so hell bent on just destroying his back. Gargano kind of the same way. Maybe not to as big of an extent, but Gargano and Almas was amazing. Yeah, I wasn't expecting as amazing as it was. Ah, huge Uranagi by Bray Wyatt. Still staying in this, though. Ooh. Dropping him down as Harper. Dropping an elbow. 10 minutes gone. Let's see what we got here. Oh, my God. What? Just picking him up. It looked like a vertical suplex. Then it kind of looked like a Falcon Arrow. And then just casually dumped him to the outside of the ring. Bray Wyatt is savage. Oh, sit down powerbomb. Might be able to do it, though. No, 2.9 kick out by Bray. Oh, that headbutt. Half Boston Crab. See what he's got. Dropping a nice elbow there. Oh my God. All the Uranages just look like it destroys a man. Oh my God. He just uppercutted. Oh man. He's going to give the man a concussion. He just uppercutted the back of his head twice now. Oh, that was gross. Sit down spine buster. 2.9 on that one though. Harper, no. Wyatt fighting out of it, but no, Harper fighting out of it himself. Big splash landing, doing well. Uh-oh. Another sit-down powerbomb? Yes, it is, but he's right up against the ropes on that one. And I think this is the first strike exchange we've had, 13 and a half minutes in. Uh-oh. Discus clothesline. He taught Luke Harper that. And then uses it against him, the big boy senton. Oh, he taught him how to headbutt too. Uh-oh. Oh, it looked like maybe he was going to try to suplex him out of the ring, but Harper able to get past it. That dive, but he's too close to the ropes. I feel like if I do a second season, I might eliminate the rope breaks. That might be the best way to do it. Oh, another sit-down powerbomb, and that's going to do it. Luke Harper retaining his spot up top. No matter what, they aren't going to come back and stay on him. And Wyatt taking a loss means that he's going to be sitting at least in second. We'll see what happens later on here. But or at least in third, sorry, because Ishii won. So he's still right up there with Luke Harper, who's now 10-3. Damn. All right. We come to our second to last match here. I almost feel like, yeah, we'll do it now. I was thinking about maybe waiting, or letting this one be the main event, but I feel like now is the time to do it. Let's do the t-shirt one. I think she did really well. I think that was what she was wearing when she won. Oh no. Short Shawn Michaels for Pete Dunne versus Candice LeRae. Whoops. Nearly just went backwards on that one. So this has got a lot riding on it right now. Both of them sitting at 7-5. Both of them sitting there. Now, of course, Shingo Takagi lost. Or no, I'm sorry. Takashi Yoshida and Sasha Banks both lost. Oops, I accidentally put that Luke Harper had won, and I would forget that that's how it didn't happen that way later on, and I'll be obscenely confused. But yeah, both of them sitting at 7-5, so this definitely has potential playoff implications here. As Bray Wyatt sitting at 8-4. Trying to remember who else was sitting at 8-4. Ishii, not anymore. Xavier Woods, we'll see what happens to him. But right now, with Yoshida and Banks both losing in their earlier matches, it puts tremendous amount of pressure on both of these competitors. Oh my God, she hits a cutter. She hardly ever hits a cutter, and made it happen on this one. But like I said, it's got a lot of pressure for both of them, because one of them does have to win. One of them is going to win. One of them is going to end up 8-4, and then one of them is going to be in some trouble here for the next couple of weeks on their hopes of getting into the playoffs. Here we go. I like how this Shawn Michaels, even though it's short Shawn Michaels, it still seems to have like the balding hair. Oh my God, he stepped into another cutter. It seems to be balding. It's still... it's kind of funny. All right. He does seem to have a little bit of a hairline depending on where he's at, but it looks like it's a little bit further back than one would want it to be. Oh, just that slap. And then that leg lock. Let's see what he's got. No. Candace fighting out of it. Look at this. Looking for a pin, but only gets a 1 out of it. Wait a minute. Oh. Nice Tyler driver. Looking for a pin. These guys are putting on some unique pin combinations to try to make it happen. Oh, he steps out of the way. Uh-oh. Buckle bomb to Candice LeRae in the corner. Picking her up. Whipping Pete Dunne into the corner. No, gets out of the way for Candice, but no. Candice going to try it again. No, rolling through. Going for a pin. Got a 1 count. Both of them sitting for it. Oh, there's the stunner. She's waiting. Perched up top. Hurricane Rana from the top there. Oh, and another cutter. Just pulling out cutters anywhere she can right now. And now working on Pete Dunne's neck and head. I got to say, this has had a good amount of Pete Dunne offense, but I got to say the majority of it has been Candice. But Pete might be working his way into getting that momentum back, though. Still in there, another cutter. How many cutters are we going to have? Rear naked choke by Candice. Jesus. Oh, man. Big splash there. Nothing happening on that one, though. Got her up. Oh, big ending. Not. It looked like it kind of was big ending. I forget what is it? Bitter end. I think that was supposed to be his bitter end because it's not quite in here. Oh my God! Deadlift German by Candice LeRae. Oh no! She reverses in the powerbomb and gets the 3. Holy cow! In under 10 minutes, Candice LeRae able to reverse. She gets hit with a powerbomb and reverses the pin into a pin of her own and gets Pete Dunne. My God, I can't believe that just happened. Excellent small package by Candice LeRae. Did not expect that in under 10 minutes as well. And we are down to the main event of the evening. And Candice joining Bray Wyatt at 8-4, putting herself into the top 5 here. We'll see if she can remain in there, because we have Xavier Woods. I forget what his other outfits are. Oh yeah, the white and gold. That's definitely pay-per-view Woods, and then old school Woods. Let's just do that, and then we could do playoff Woods if he gets to the playoffs. Tozawa. We'll give him his Monster Express colors. Referee for this contest, Nick Patrick. Woods versus Tozawa. Let's get this going. Main event time. Xavier Woods coming out here, 8-4. Now Ishii got the win earlier, puts him in at 9-4. Bray Wyatt lost, so that's 9-4. Wyatt with the loss goes 8-5. Woods sitting at 8-4. Will he join Tomohiro Ishii in staying up and getting 9 wins, or will he succumb to Akira Tozawa and go down to 8-5? And in fact, Tozawa, if he wins, will join him at that 8-5 because he is currently 7-5, and Tozawa is fighting for his life right now. I will say that if it comes down to a tiebreaker between people with the same record, we'll be mostly looking at the people who won against who, which has been generally speaking, Tozawa's gotten a fair amount of big wins. He's just not quite been able to pull off some of the wins that he would have liked. So this is a pretty big week here, as Tozawa hopes to stay alive in the playoffs. Look at this. Very fast pace already between Tozawa and Woods. Let's see. Nope. Staying into it. Staying with it that he is here. Working on him when he can. Oh, reversing a Frankensteiner into a powerbomb. Chop battles. I guess not really a battle if it's one-sided. Tozawa doing what he can here. There you go. Head scissors working that time. Punch to the gut. Senton. Tozawa busting out what he can early. And Woods is too with a code red. Only gets a 1 count out of it though. Pushes him into the corner. Sets up combination of punches here. Now we saw Yoshida with a fair bit of chairs, or at least a single chair, some chair usage already. Woods very well known for his weapon usage. We'll see if that comes into play here soon. Chopping him in the back. Tozawa, though. Oh, nice jumping vertical suplex. We're 5 minutes past now. Looked like he was going to fly out of the ring. Nothing doing on that one, though. Nice body slam. Nick Patrick got himself in great shape. Looks exactly like Colin Farrell. He really does. God, now that you say it, he looks just like Colin Farrell. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Shawn Michaels. Fucking Shawn Michaels' face and hairline in the last match as referee reminded me of Sam Roberts. Just, I don't want to imagine Sam Roberts in short shorts, but... oh, my God. That stalling brainbuster on the apron. Taking him out. And because, of course, we're outside the ring, this is prime opportunity. Yep, just like I imagined. Prime opportunity to get a weapon. He's going to bring in a second. One kendo stick wasn't enough. Just gets one small hit and then gets brain-busted on his own kendo stick. I got to say, though, oh, my God, that nice German suplex. Yeah, he did look like Sam Roberts. It was weird because it had, like, the old man Shawn Michaels face and hairline, but, like, the young Shawn Michaels referee in short shorts. And I do always find it kind of funny to see Sam Roberts on a WWE show because, like, I think there's probably a lot of wrestling fans who just don't know about Sam Roberts that much. Like, they might know that, oh yeah, he has a Sirius XM radio show, and it's like, dude, he's technically been on the radio forever, and he's such a weird dude. Russian leg sweep here. Uh-oh. Oh, vertical suplex onto the cane and the chair. 10 minutes in, it's been weapons filled. It's been a whole lot right now. Yeah, I think he mentioned after the last pay-per-view how he was sitting there on his show. He's just like, I try to ignore when I hear someone make a reference to the old Opie and Anthony show. When they make a reference, and then he's like, my co-host, which I assume was Renee Young, he's like, my co-host looks at me weird and doesn't understand what kind of references are being made. And she's just like, what's that mean? And he's just like, I don't know. He's just drunk, I guess. Oh, 2.9. Yeah, dude, it's kind of funny because, like, the wrestling fans only watch Sam when he has wrestlers on, and the non-wrestling fans, I'll tell you that, the people who've known him for years, when he was like an intern on Sirius, like, fucking hate the fact that he has wrestlers on there. So it's like the wrestling fans only want to see the wrestling interviews, and the non-wrestling fans fucking hate when he has wrestlers on there. It's fucking funny as hell. He's only tolerable, yeah. He's been the butt of a lot of jokes, and it's really funny. Like, one of the early things that he had happen was, I guess he was on his way to the morning show that he used to be on, that he interned for. Oh, got the 3 count, and Xavier Woods going to keep himself in this. I wasn't expecting it to happen that much, but I guess the weapons definitely got the best of Akira Tozawa in that, and poor Akira Tozawa, who was at the top of his game for the first entire half of this deal, is now in danger of potentially losing out on getting into the playoffs. This man was the man to beat for about 8 weeks, and he's just not been the same since he lost. He's just not been the same. And it'll be really interesting to see if he can come back from that. Yeah, I do find him funny. I'll have to share some stuff because I've listened to the morning radio show he was on when he was just like an intern or like kind of like a producer, but before he was like a full-on host. Like, they gave him a lot of shit for some of the stuff in his life that was just fucking funny as hell. It was funny. But there you go. That was week 13. I'd say Ishii versus Yoshida, the Haas fight, was definitely definitely match of the night there. Omega Joe did extremely well too, as well as Jervis and Matt Riddle. But I think Ishii Yoshida is going to take match of the night on that one. Definitely very, very interesting to see. We have 2 weeks left, and it's still very tight with a lot of the 7 and 5 and now 7 and 6 people. Tozawa is sitting in there. Pete Dunne, Yoshida, Sasha Banks. You know, only 3 of them can make it in. And unfortunately for them, Kenny Omega, who was a match down, lost as well this week. So definitely makes things very difficult for Omega to possibly come back. We have 2 weeks left, weeks 14 and 15. And Omega Joe is going to be someone's indie name. It really is. Some like 13-year-old kid is going to be Omega Joe. Joe Mega. No. Some guy named Joe is going to be just Joe Mega. Or Mega Joe. Like a sci-fi movie. Sci-fi presents Mega Joe. Let's see. Next week, Matt Hardy versus Kenny Omega. My God. Dude, if Matt Hardy manages to fight his way back, I think it says more about Kenny Omega if he loses to him. Sasha Banks versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe still technically in it. Sasha Banks took a loss, and Samoa Joe's going to be looking for blood. That's going to be frightening. Takashi Yoshida versus Flamita could be one of the best draws for Yoshida to get this late in the game, because he is at a point right now where he needs some wins, and facing Flamita in week 14 is definitely a blessing in disguise for him. Shingo Takagi versus Luke Harper, and I tell you what, it'll be upset of the decade if Shingo beats Luke Harper next week. Akira Tozawa versus Tomohiro Ishii. Not a guy that Akira Tozawa's position needs to be dealing with. He is on thin ice in the quest to get himself a seed in the playoffs. He's only got 2 weeks to do it, and he has to face Tomohiro Ishii next week. Christ. That could be a heartbreaker. It could be a serious heartbreaker for the guy who is on top of the world, just losing this much. Another huge one, Bray Wyatt and Candice LeRae. Candice got the win. Bray Wyatt got the loss. They're both sitting at 8-4. That should be very interesting to see as well. Definitely jostling for position to see if one of those two is going to get a 9th win, and will work themselves up into, I think, like at least the top 5, if not the top 3. Matt Riddle versus Xavier Woods. Once again, Woods has done very well for himself. I think he's at 9 wins right now, so I think it'd be much more of an upset if Riddle actually manages to get a win over Woods, but I think Woods has pretty much secured himself in the playoffs. And once again, Matt Riddle has done what he can, but he is officially out, so not seeing that going either way except for Woods. And then Jervis Cottonbelly versus Pete Dunne. Jervis still technically in it. He's at 6 wins. He's right up there with Kenny Omega. God, if Jervis were to fight his way back in these last 2 weeks, who does he face in week 15? Because he has got... oh, shit. I came back over and saw that there's been like a bunch of stuff happening already. There's a lot of people talking already. Jesus. But yeah, Jervis Cottonbelly, he's got Pete Dunne, and God forbid if he wins and gets up to 7 wins, and then some of the 7-win people lose, he has the time of his life ahead of him, possibly facing Bray Wyatt in week 15. So Pete Dunne should probably try to win to keep Jervis out of this. Not to mention week 15 with Pete Dunne, he has to face Xavier Woods. So it's highly suggested that Pete Dunne win this match. So it'll be very interesting to see week 14, because like I said, we got 2 weeks left before the playoffs, and everything is getting very tight, very close. We'll have to see what happens with that. So like I said, I gotta read some shit that's going on in the chat and all that. I gotta check some of that. I want to take just a very quick break to like get myself up and going so I get set up for TEW. But if you guys are watching this on stream, of course I'll have TEW. If you are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for continuing to watch. Like I said, we have 2 weeks left, 3 episodes in total, because I think we'll just do the entire playoffs in one sitting, because I think it's a grand total of like 7 matches. Because you do, the 4 quarterfinals, the 2 semifinals, and then the finals. So that's 7 matches. There you go. Oh, you're heading away, Ben. Oh, yeah, that's right, Bennett. You're still quite a ways away. Jesus, yeah. When you said you're on episode 39, and it's just like, Jesus, this one's going to be episode 90. But there you go. All right, so thank you, and I will see you next time.